Hello and welcome back to my third video. By now you'd have watched the first two and I hope they've enlightened you to new ideas and new practices. In this third one we're going to cover briefly the soul. Now, what is the soul? And to be honest, I couldn't really answer that, but this part is what will make the horse drink, as we say in England. So I get started off by watching things like The Secret and Bob Proctor, and there's a lot of other people in there that are really good. There's also the book called Think and Grow Rich, written by Napoleon Hill, who was sponsored by Andrew Carnegie. So these are all people you can look at. I mean, I look at them to get inspiration. Life, sometimes life wears you down, and that's part of my inspiration. Also, I mean, another part of my inspiration is Mr. Dan Pena and Mr. Brian Rose, the London Real Show. Those are great inspirations to me. But one of the main things to do with soul is you must find things to inspire you. Because if you think about it, if you take a person, and he's overweight, out of condition, no, I wouldn't say no hope, but no knowledge of improving himself, no motivation, and then you put him on a diet, which is really quite easy because you follow the steps. It's not like a degree in rocket science or anything like that. Then same with the training, an hour's walk, 45 minutes to an hour in the morning walking, same at the night. But there is something that has to make them do it. And this is the hardest part, because when things start getting rough, then they slip back, and this is where I'm convinced, because in your subconscious mind there's these thoughts that I'm not good enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not good enough. And when things start going wrong, then your subconscious starts saying, look, see. So what the whole point about whatever your problem is, say if your problem is X, when you're doing your affirmations, you would say, I'm so happy and grateful, and you say the opposite from X. I covered with a friend on smoking, and he kept saying, I'm so happy and grateful that I've given up smoking, and because he was mentioning the word smoking, it kept undermining the good, maybe brought out bad feelings. Then one thing I noticed, that he had a new carpet, and he was hoovering up all the time, and he had a new car and he was always cleaning it all the time. And I thought, yeah, when people get new things, they really look after them. So if you started saying to yourself, I have strong, clean, healthy lungs, strong, clean, healthy lungs, strong, clean, healthy lungs, right? We haven't mentioned smoking, but then it starts programming your subconscious, clean, brand new, clean lungs, look after them, and he stopped smoking. So with your affirmations, you have to look at yourself and you have to say the opposite. Now, if you don't know your affirmations, then you could start doing an affirmation that I'm so happy and grateful now that I know my affirmations. And once you do that, keep doing it, then you've got to start listening to ideas. A lot of great people, ideas came to them in the shower. So it's not something, I cannot cover this topic in a short video. It's something you have to make it part of your life and live through it, and it'll get better and better and better. So with that, I'd like to conclude and say thank you very much for watching my 3 DVDs, and I hope I hope that it puts you on the road to a better you and a better life. And I hope that you do it for yourself and not for anyone else, and you get there. Now, Brian Rose, Mr. Brian Rose says life is a journey, and Mr. Dan Pena says life is a process. So whether you're walking down the street having a journey or going through a process, you're still walking down the street. So just gather the information and pull the trigger. And if you have any problems, come and see me. Take care. Bye-bye.